Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rogue Wave podcast, the frequency for all things pop culture and the disruptors behind it. We talk comics, movies, TV, and pop culture every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on Facebook.com/WeAreRogueMatter and YouTube.com/RogueMatter, Twitch.tv/WeAreRogueMatter, and Twitter.com/Rogue_Matter. I'm your host, Michael Dolce, as always, joined by my cohort in crime, the Lord of the Radio himself, Mr. Hassan Godwin. How you doing, sir?
I'm good. What's going on?
How did you spend your vacation, from the show last week?
I wasn't on vacation, so.
No, from the show. You were on vacation from the show.
Yeah, I know. I understand that. The distinction is that the word vacation implies some kind of like grandiose event of being elsewhere and not working, and that wasn't the case. So,
but you were not on the show last week, and
I
neither
was.
was I. I am a little more. I'm more tired coming back from the vacation than I am on the vacation, only because next week it's gonna be very exciting. We are moving into the official Sire Studios podcast studio. Very exciting, and you're gonna actually be in studio with me next week. Like, is that the most exciting thing you've ever heard?
In theory.
And then we can have the long-awaited Sire Studios holiday party, which got canceled last December or January due to heightened concerns over COVID. See, so it's like it's finally happening 9 months later. It's like a baby. The holiday party is like a baby. We germinated the idea 9 months ago. Didn't you miss me? Didn't you miss this? I think you missed this.
I did. I was just thinking just now how much I missed this.
I can tell in your expression. I can see through your glasses.
I know.
All right, we've got a jam-packed show. Aaron too. Aaron's. See, Aaron can feel my pain though. Our producer extraordinaire, Aaron. She is also in the process of moving. I've been just moving into the studio. It's been crazy the last 6 days. I'm still not quite there, but it's going to look spectacular next week. We're going to have a spectacular show. We still have a spectacular show tonight, though. We have Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power debuted, and Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon debuted. So we're going to dive into all that stuff in a little bit. We're going to pit them against each other because Hassan loves when I do that. But really, it's just a cool way to get you guys to come sit down and check out the show, as if we pit them against each other. People like conflict, so we like to give people what they want. But first, Rogue Matter presents all the stuff that's happening on RogueMatter.com right now. RogueMatter.com is free, by the way. There is so much content on there. There's Time Trader episodes 1 through 4, or issues 1 through 4. There's McBride and Groom #1. Number 2 is coming out in October. We've got new series launching. We've got new book series. We've got our own fantasy series launching next month. It's going to be fantastic. It's called The Watchers. We've got so much stuff. Go check out RogueMatter.com. Every Wednesday, new content drops. Today, Data Decoded, which is she's a data guru and I'm a pop culture geek. It's my little it's my side gig here. Together we are Data Decoded. Each episode, data guru Deanna McFadder, founder of Nachi, joins me to decode the data and technology behind some of our favorite story elements in movies, TV shows, and comic books. This week, Minority Report, and the idea of tracking, targeting, and facial recognition. How close are we to prediction-based crime solving? So that is all in this week's episode, which it's always very fascinating. There's a lot of stuff in today's news just about things like that. So
most of the technology in Minority Report we already have now. But there's no crime prediction because we don't really use precognitive people and throw them in a deprivation tank and make them predict murders without giving them a life of their own.
Well, that we know about.
They ain't working. If it is happening, it certainly ain't working.
No, but what's kind of cool though? My iPhone opens up with my face now. It's not cool in a way. I actually didn't select that, but somehow it's there, or maybe I did select it by mistake. I'm trying to get
the whole reason I didn't upgrade.
Yeah. It's like the face no, actually, no, sorry, it's my wife's phone recognizes the face, but it still gives me the password option too when I want to break into her phone.
Aaron,
Uh,
if I told you that, then I wouldn't have gotten away with it. So
yes.
please don't ask questions I can't answer.
But no, so here's the thing. It definitely it's something
Well,
that
there's other
is
things like say you do a search on Amazon,
yeah.
and then you go on Facebook, and there's an ad for the very thing you search for on Amazon.
Yeah.
So we are in the age of interactive social connectivity,
Yes.
which is kind of scary. And that was predicted in Minority Report, where
Yeah.
like he's walking through, he can't actually get through a crowded area without an AI calling him out to try to advertise something to him personally
Yeah.
because
No,
of
I think so.
because of his
Yeah, and that's a weird
retinal.
thing too, because I was getting information on New York Comic Con, and one of the things that was being shown on New York Comic Con is like, do you want to do push notifications so that people come to your booth? And it's like when they walk by, it'll pop up, and I'm like, no, I don't like. Yes, I'm sure it's a great advertising opportunity, and it's great to get people to come to your booth. But no, like I feel like it's intrusive, and I feel like it's scary, right? Like I feel like there's something about that I don't like. So I'm not down with that. I'm not down with that. That's stuff they were talking about like 15 years ago, though. I was part of a technology company 15 years ago, and they were talking about doing exactly that. And I said it was very intrusive back then, and I said it's very intrusive now. But yeah,
Yeah,
we're
obviously that factoid didn't slow anybody down because they went full steam ahead with it.
yeah. Well, because why would they? I mean, it's one of those things too where anything sci-fi I find to be fascinating because I almost feel like sci-fi movies and TV shows are just a dreamer's guide to what an inventor will eventually just do. It's almost like it almost like plants the seeds for what an inventor would want to do, like an actual scientist, an actual engineer, an actual like inventor. Be like, hey, that sounds like a great idea because I saw that movie and now I want to do that, or I saw that
Yeah,
TV show.
usually it's because people have read articles, or they keep up with the technological trends of the
Mm-hmm.
time, and then they figure out exactly where the technology is trying to go,
Yeah,
and then when they do their science fiction stories, they just embellish them to the next level, and then claim that the reality followed their art, when it's
yeah,
not really the way they.
yeah.
I mean, you could say Star Trek did it with flip phones. Star Trek,
Sure.
like life imitated art with flip
Yep.
phones, because there was no way they could know exactly what we would have,
Right.
as personal communication. But other than that, most people are just kind of studying the leaflets and the articles of breaking science, or burgeoning technology, and then
Mm-hmm.
they're just embellishing it in their science fiction stories.
But then that's spawning new. I feel like that is also spawning like the next generation of scientists to want to make these things reality.
Oh
Like
yeah, no
upping the
doubt.
game.
Probably
Very
so.
very scary. All right, well that is Data Decoded. It is up right now on all major podcasting apps. You can go to youtube.com/Rogue Matter. Check out Deanna McFadder. She knows her stuff. This is the season finale, by the way. This is episode 6. It's the final season of Data Decoded, or final episode of Data Decoded. It's been a 6-episode run. Go check it out right now. Also, no, it's number 6. I think, or is it number 5? Number 5. Aaron's fixing me, but either way, I think it's the last episode. I think we only got 5 in the can. I'm almost positive. I hope. I think that's it. Yeah, there we go. It worked out good.
Are you sure? Are
I
you
don't know.
positive?
I don't know. I don't even know. Moving is the
I
worst
don't,
thing
yeah,
you
I
can
don't even
possibly
pay
do. I don't
attention.
even know where I am anymore. Like I feel like I'm somewhere and it's good, but no. At the same time, I have no idea. I'm just completely like
All right, man.
I'm like
Did you
trying to
hit
get
your
that
head?
off. I'm trying to get that studio working for next week, bud. We got
Do
to
you
get
do
this.
you do you smell burning toast? Like, are you
I
okay?
hope not. Although I did find out after painting my office on Friday that I got a little bit of paint in an outlet. Don't stick your finger in the outlet. Does not, that old adage, very true. Because I'm like trying to pick it out of the outlet with my finger, and I'm like, ooh,
What do you?
It was 11 o'clock at night on a Friday. I had to get that. I was
No,
determined
no,
to
no, no,
get that
no.
office painted.
Don't Electrocute Yourself has absolutely no time reference, okay? It's not okay to electrocute yourself just because it was 11 o'clock at night.
I'm not saying it
It's
was
never
okay.
okay to stick your finger in a
Well,
socket,
no, but
no
that's my
matter
point.
what
It was
time of
11
night it
o'clock
is.
at night on a Friday, meaning my brain was not as aware of the old adage, do not stick your finger in an outlet.
Self-preservation is instinctive. It's not an intellectual thing. All right? So where was your sense of self-preservation?
That had left me. You don't understand. You're gonna see it. You'll see the studio is
I
fantastic.
don't know if I
It has
want to now.
gigantically high ceilings. So I was like literally stretching the whole time trying to get like it was a physical exertion that that reminded me why I don't want to ever move ever again. Period.
Understood.
Ever again. Painting, I'll pay people to do it from now on. But I was like, I was supposed to have the building was supposed to do it, but then they're like, we can't do it till Sunday. And I'm like, I got to be moved in by Monday. I'm like, there's no way. Like, there's no way I'm getting that done. So yeah, I managed to do it. I am gonna have the building hang the TV though, because we gotta have a TV. It's a nice TV. No, it's not that nice. Really super old, but it's 37 inches, so that's big enough. Well, how else are we gonna watch all the cool stuff happening?
You keep saying we, but
Well,
I
just for
don't.
that one day, you will.
Yes. Okay.
The minute you show
All
up,
that cool stuff that you're still not gonna watch, so it
the
doesn't
minute
really.
you show up, and I turn the TV on, the Wii prophecy has been fulfilled.
By road of technicality, absolutely. Yes.
Default, baby, by
Yeah.
default.
It's not a default. It's technicality. You win by a technicality.
I could FaceTime you when I watch some stuff there.
That's still not us.
That is
Anyway.
Data Decoded on
Anyway, the
roguematter.com.
bottom line is that you won't even watch it when you have the TV in the office and you have the time to watch things. I predict that.
I'm anticipating
that's my
now.
prediction.
I'm anticipating now I will have more time to watch, or at least more
Yep.
peace and quiet. At least more peace and quiet.
All right. We'll see.
One other thing to check out every Wednesday as well, in addition to our podcast, it is the Badass Babes of Entertainment. They are welcoming on their 18th episode of season 2, Ivan McCombs, better known as Ramen King Ivan, across the internet. He's a content creator known for his out-of-the-box ramen recipes. Ivan has created a community he calls his Ram fan. It's probably Ram fan, but if it's ramen noodles, you're not going to say ramen noodles.
Probably sounds right.
Which he's grown to over 8 million followers in little over a year and a half. When asked what he does for a living, he simply tells people, I'm just playing with my food. That is like the quintessential like American dream right there. Right? Like I want to just play with ramen noodles and get paid for it.
Well, the get paid for it part, yeah. It's the quintessential American dream. I don't know how many people dream about playing with ramen noodle.
Well, no, they dream it's like, you know, like whenever you were in college or even just hanging out with your buddies and you're like, man, it's too bad we can't get paid for doing this. That's the American dream. Like kind of like us. Look at us. This is the American dream.
I understand what you mean. I get what you mean. But when you mention it, you specified playing with ramen noodle.
That's true.
So
that's true.
I'm clarifying that I'm pretty sure that's niche. That part is niche.
Let me ask you a ramen noodles question though.
Oh boy.
And maybe it's just
I can answer. I don't know if I'm in the headspace
no, this is a very
to answer
easy
a
question.
ramen noodle question.
When you eat ramen noodles, every time dream bigger. Aaron, you haven't lost anything in your move. That's good. Your brain is your brain is still there. Your humor is still there. When you eat ramen noodles, does it, because this always happens to me, does this happen to you where just all of it ends up in your mouth? Like there's no like I can't like, it's either like you had one tiny noodle in your fork or you just clump everything together, because that was always that was actually one of the reasons I stopped eating ramen noodles, is because I was getting tired of the actual process of eating ramen noodles. That, and I just didn't really like it very much. But does that happen to you where like it's just either it's like one noodle or it's a clump, or do you eat ramen noodles just fine?
Yeah, I really haven't had any problems with the ramen noodle thing. Yeah, that's not going in my book of things that give me agita. Which isn't extensive. I'm up to volume 27 right now, and that hasn't appeared in one of them.
Coming to the Sire Studios holiday party is like in the book, but not. But wait,
maybe
check this out then. to ease your pain. That's what we'll eat. We'll have
Well,
ramen
one of the
noodles.
last times I came up there, I lost my credit card.
Well,
You know,
that's
so
true.
it's
Yeah.
like it's
That had nothing
got a
to do with
bad
the party, though.
no, but getting up there's got a bad track record for me. So yeah, that's gone
I
in
get
the
like
book.
1 for 3.
But there've been other things that they won't go into on the air. But ramen noodle, no, never a problem with ramen noodle. You know what? You got to be patient
grab it
with
and
it.
be like, you just get the
I
whole
mean,
thing.
do you have the problem with spaghetti? Because ramen noodle is basically spaghetti.
Yeah, but spaghetti is on a plate, whereas the whole idea of ramen noodles is you got that you get styrofoam cup. Like when you're in college, you just throw it right in the microwave.
No, you don't. You haven't had like genuine ramen. Like you haven't gone to a place and
Mm.
had ramen, right? That they give it to you in a bowl.
Oh, I have had that. Yes. No, I went to a ramen place. And
So has that been a problem at the ramen place?
No, I think anytime it's in a presented to me in a natural and normal eating
So
environment.
this is really like a cup of noodle problem.
Yes.
It's not really a ramen problem.
Yes.
All right. So that's different. That's a little different. Understood.
So now that we've lost all of our viewership / listenership for this, let's go to break.
Your line of questioning.
Well, that's I just don't give an F. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. It's like, what do you want to talk about today? I want to talk about ramen noodles. And hey,
not caring is not caring.
You had the Ram fam on. I mean, what are you going to do?
That's a very good defense mechanism.
I think so. I think so as well. All right. When we come back, what you've all been waiting for. Rings of Power, House of the Dragon, pitting them against each other. Only one will survive. We'll have some rogue reactions when we return. Hi guys, Mike Dolce here from the Rogue Wave podcast. If you like this video, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. It really helps us out. Leave a comment, let us know what you'd like to see in future episodes, and tune in every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern for a brand new episode of the Rogue Wave podcast.